And this man clocks us, older man, I would say around 50 something. He like clocks us, looks at us, we look at him, and we're just like, okay. And we just start walking, and then as we walk, we're noticing he's behind us still. So we're like, why is this man behind us? Like, what does he want? So we start walking faster, and hello everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Korea Unfiltered. We've been out of the studio for a bit now, and I'm just gonna consider this season 3. I don't know why. But every time we start a new quote-unquote season, it's a new season in my head. Y'all don't know that, but it's a new season. I always bring one particular guest because I'm like, it sets the tone for the rest of the season. You guys have seen him a lot. The conversations are always full, funny as hell. Some people get hurt. Some people stay hurt in the comments.
What about it?
But it is what it is, okay? Introducing to you guys again, and again, Kale!
Woo! Ooh!
It kind of goes to the beautiful part. I'm like, ooh.
There's a. I'm not gonna get into that.
Do you want to introduce yourself?
Hello, everyone. Once again, I am back. My name is Colin Dean. I'm from Chicago, and I am Paris's older brother.
Basically, I can't stop looking at your ears.
It's actually
You
insane.
look
They're
a lot of
lopsided.
fun, right?
Right? No, right now they're lopsided. You see how like natural? Oh, not
You
the
have
hat.
such like elf ears.
Yeah.
No, when you have your hat on, it like bends it to look like slightly Dumbo.
Is it because of my? No, it's not because of my
I
glasses.
think it's your hat, no?
It is actually.
Yeah, your hat is like really pressing on it here. That's what I'm thinking. You're like you're about to fly away. Colin has such a nice neck shape. I don't know why you got a hat on right now.
Because I didn't shave my scalp.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, that's a great reason not
It
to
is.
shave.
It's perfect. I'm bald, don't forget. Demoni!
At least you look good bald.
Demoni!
That's all I have to say. You look good bald.
Thank
Some
you.
people- Yeah.
I just prefer not to be professional and not leave the house or expose my scalp without shaving it. Maybe when I turn like 40 something, I
You're
won't
just
care.
like, it is what
It is what it is. I can't go
Nobody's
back.
looking.
No turning back.
Can't go back. God forbid. But what have you been up to these days? Since our last episode in the beginning, no, last year?
Nope, beginning of 2025.
Oh no, we said it's the beginning. It's not the beginning. Remember, we were like, make sure you say it's 2025, but we shot in December 2024.
We did.
Yeah. So what have you been up to this year?
I've been got flued out twice again. I got flued out to Singapore and Taiwan for a performance. Very nice experiences, very fun. I am currently just, riding the wave, my last little hurrah before I end a few chapters in my life. It's no, not yet. Not yet. But I have a lot of things I'm taking care of right now, on different fronts. So I yeah, I'm working towards those new endeavors.
The endeavors.
And yeah, that's pretty much it.
And you're going back home soon for a bit.
I am. I actually leave. When you all see this video, I will be already home.
You'll be in the house somewhere doing something.
Sleeping. No, I'm just kidding. No, I'll probably be at the gym. That's crazy.
That's insane. Like people who are like, quote unquote, you're not a gym rat, but you definitely are in the gym every day. I feel like that would be so hard for me traveling because you have to make sure wherever you're going has a gym.
Yeah.
Like even when you're vacation, you check if your hotel has a gym.
Yeah, no, I agree. But I'm actually going home.
Yeah.
And the gym, I would say it's like not even a 5-minute ride away by car.
Yeah.
And if I walk, it's about 30 minutes, which sounds insane. But that's just
30 minutes
because
is not that bad.
it's not
You
like,
stay walking.
yeah,
Yeah.
but it's a different life in Chicago, so
Yeah, I don't know.
it's a different life, yeah. But I do it all the time. I don't, but I do it all the time, so I'm just looking forward to being with my family and high school friends, old friends.
You have high school friends?
Yeah.
A lot?
No. Actually, I talked to about 4 or 5 of them still. We still keep in touch.
Quite a lot.
And there are 2 people from my elementary school that I still keep in touch with.
Do I have anybody from that? I don't think I even know anybody from elementary school.
You probably hated everybody.
I mean, I was only there for a year though, because I immigrated when I was 9. So
Immigrant.
I was an immigrant. Trump would be trying to take me out right now. I
No.
just arrived. Bro, you're going to that country now.
Speaking of ghetto, what's today's topic?
Talking about the ghetto, I was hoping you would mention that you're house hunting right now. That's how I was gonna segue.
Oh.
Yeah, because that's like a big thing you're doing right now.
Oh.
House hunting.
Okay. Reverse. Brrr. So right now I'm actually house hunting. I, like a fool, told my landlord that I wasn't gonna renew the contract for another year, just because I have more deposits. So in Korea, what it is usually the more deposit you have to put towards your apartment or wherever you're deciding to live, the lower your rent is. And so usually it starts at 1 mil, but that's like for like very cheap. Like 1 mil for like for Korea is about like around $1,000, like 900
Yeah.
USD. But yeah, so that's like the one of the lowest, the very low end. And for me, I have 10 mil right now, so that would be around 980. No, you're right. Sorry, 9,700 or like 9,800, like around that. 9,800. That sucks.
Yay for the American.
Yeah.
Not us getting paid in one.
But yeah, so I have around that much saved up, and then well, towards my current apartment, that's how much I have, and I was going to put forth the same amount, so I was going to double that so that I could get cheaper rent because um due to another endeavor that's taking place next year. But I asked my landlord if it's possible to like lower my rent, and she said that no. Basically just said no.
You don't hear we double this deposit.
But it wasn't like in a feisty or spicy way.
Yeah.
She just said that because like my however much I'm paying right now is basically paying for her like expenses right now. So I was like, you know what, I can just leave and find another place that would be willing to take my higher deposit so that I can get cheaper rent. Not knowing that the current market in Korea is absolute garbage. So I told her that, and then like within the week that I told her that, somebody had already signed, like came to view my house apartment and signed the contract for it. And I was like, okay, cool. So I definitely do have to leave. And then I was house hunting, finding a bunch of places that I thought I would like. But then they were on like the much higher end in terms of pricing.
Yeah.
Rent wise, and like I'm not cheap, but like I'm also trying to think realistically about my future. Exactly. So I tried to double down, was double back, and like I contacted I contacted the realtor who's over my apartment and asked her like if it was possible that I can just keep the apartment, extend for a year, and pay the person who's supposed to move in's security deposit just so that they're not losing out on any money. But apparently, I still can't do that because according to the person's contract, like they already like well, not even just signed, like they were trying to match that date specifically.
Oh, for you to move out.
For me to move out,
Yeah.
because they're doing like a short-term lease or something like that. You know, it is what it is. I'm so sad because the thing is, I really like my current house, like my current apartment, but it's just, I guess it's just not in the cards for me. So after this, actually, Paris and I are gonna be going house hunting. Yo, if I
Y'all don't understand the excitement in my heart right now. So we're gonna go check out an apartment that is in my building on my floor, right?
yeah.
On the same floor I live in, and y'all don't understand the chaos that would happen if me and Colin lived in the same floor. But I'm excited. I'm obviously not gonna force you to get an apartment just because like it's in the same floor. If it's not,
She will convince the hell out of me
I will
though.
try my best because I do know the price he's gonna be paying,
Yeah.
and it makes a lot more sense. But it would be like slightly smaller. Also, I was standing in my loft yesterday, and it's actually I can stand almost half. It's not that bad.
You said half, ma'am. I'm a whole 10 centimeters taller than you.
I don't know.
We'll see. We'll
We'll
see.
see. But I would be super excited if you lived on my floor.
It'll be an experience.
It would. Mia as my cat, would always be in your house.
Niecy poo.
If she's meowing too early in the morning, just
Damn.
Colin,
Just
get
throw
her.
her at me. Come get your baby.
Just leave her in the hallway and be like,
You know I'll still be asleep.
And Mia has to roam around the streets until Colin opens. I'm so excited. I don't know if he's gonna end up living in my building, but
I have a couple of options right now, but yeah. Thank you.
We are gonna go house hunting after this. What's the best way to go house hunting in your opinion?
I used to look via like apps like Jikbang and Tabang, which are basically house searching apps, like 부동산.
real estate.
Realtors will upload like housing, what is it? Listings, like have listings on these apps for places that they are allowing people to view, and yeah, crazy. For people like allowing people to view like where like if there are any prospects for houses here or whatever area that they choose, and you can go to those realtors and they usually have more options than what they posted.
It's shown, yeah.
But yeah, they usually only post like their grade A listings, and then when you get there, they show you everything but.
Yeah, they're like, oh, we do have this one, but here's some more.
Here's some more, and then they look like garbage.
You're just like,
But you know what? It is what it is.
Yeah.
But recently I started checking how I found out that her apartment building had a listing was that I went on Naver Budongsan, which is like Naver Realtor,
Yeah.
and Naver Real Estate. That's
Oh,
what
it's
it
called
is.
real estate.
Yeah, Budongsan is real estate.
Oh, first of all, let me just say this. I said real estate. You said real estate.
I know. That's why I'm changing.
I thought you were saying we're both wrong. I was like,
No. I'm checking myself.
Yeah.
But yeah, I went on there and I was looking in the area because I would prefer to stay in this area just because I'm very familiar with it. Yeah, and because also like my house, like the train line that I need to take to get to work is where like it basically passes by both of us. Like
Yeah.
we
The same line.
like the stops that it's the same line.
Yeah, and also the gym is closer. To
Yes!
my
It's exciting.
Yeah, so if he was to move, it would just be better to move to my area, but we'll see. Where do you think it's better in Korea when you're house hunting to look on the apps or to just go into realtors' offices?
I think it's both are good options. It may be better to go in person though, just because you can basically negotiate better because you can't really do that via an app
You can't.
unless they like message you right afterwards or call you and then try to, because they usually will message you after you send them like an inquiry. Is it inquiry or inquiry? After you inquire
Yeah.
about the listing that's been posted, and they will ask you for like personal information, like when your move date is, how much you're willing to pay, deposit, rent, and if you have any like special needs, like for a pet, or if you need
Special
parking.
needs for- If your cat has a wheelchair? What? You mean if you have any? What? What do you mean?
That's
I was
special
thinking
needs.
if
I'm
you
sorry.
need wheelchair
No.
accessibility, And then you said pets. I'm like,
If you have any like other like additional requirements
yeah, like
for
we
like
have pets.
searching for a house, my bad.
Your pets have disabilities. So.
Could you imagine?
I knew what you meant, but then you actually didn't know what you meant. I thought you meant like wheelchair accessible.
No.
No, if you have like.
I don't even think that
extra-
exists here. Yeah, true.
They always be protesting about that.
That's wild, actually.
Insane. I'm like, how do you
Not have wheelchair accessible
For your
subways and
people.
stuff. Like that's crazy.
What do you want to
Insane. But if you have pets and stuff like that, they'll also ask you that because house hunting when you have pets, completely different experience in Korea. Completely different. Would you recommend foreigners who don't speak Korean to go into Korean real estate offices when you're house hunting?
Go find a Korean person.
Serious?
But I will say it's so much easier because if you can't speak Korean yourself, there are real estate agencies that do have English speaking employees, but it's very rare to find and sometimes they up the prices. I feel like they probably would.
That's a word.
Um, I'm not gonna lie, I probably would, because that's like a special service. I don't know what else to tell you.
Because like Korea, like English is not recognized as their language.
Exactly.
It is
English is, yeah, it's an extra skill
Yeah.
set to have, but I would recommend that you go with a Korean person just because like Korean people basically they know their
They know the
own market better than
Yeah.
we would as
Yeah.
foreigners, and they would be able to negotiate on your behalf
Mhm.
better. And if they go with you, it's better just like when you see the house, you may not know what might be wrong with the house in the future,
Yeah.
but people who are from Korea will probably would be able to tell or detect like if there's like an issue.
Or there would be more questions they can ask, I feel like, than a foreigner who's new in Korea. Yeah, I would say so.
But Kalina and I both know Korean to a certain extent. We're not fluent.
We're fluent. Don't be humble. Humble.
Listen, as soon as I started dating non-Koreans,
Torochi.
that Korean skill went down to the ground.
Sure.
Yeah, I'm like, it's hard out here for a bit.
But I would say because we both know Korean, it has been a little easier for us when it comes to house hunting. I think what we have.
You ready?
No, not even showing yet. I think what we both have a hard time with is because we're black. Like walking into a realtor. Let me try that again, okay?
Walking into what?
A realtor office, there we go. Or a real estate office. I don't know what's happening with my L's and R's. Bro. How does that happen twice in a row? Oh my god, I can't. Oh. I don't even want to talk about this anymore.
She's so traumatized.
Bro,
She
I'm so-
herself.
I can't. I don't know what's been going on these days. What's wrong with these things? I can't. Okay, when you go to a house hunting
When
place-
you go to a real estate agency.
There you go. When you go to a real estate agency, I think knowing Korean is one thing, but being like a black foreigner is another like level that you have to like not go over. What is it called?
Conquer.
Not conquer.
It's the same thing as go over. But
That is go over. Like you have to.
Kind of be prepared to deal with.
Yeah, because being a white foreigner who knows Korean, you're still like similar to Koreans in terms of skin wise. Well, you wouldn't get them. And you walk into their office, they're gonna be like,
It starts off like that, but then when they realize that we speak Korean, the
Completely
whole
calm.
yeah.
Calm.
So again, I think that's also the whole connotation that like, oh, it's a foreigner, like this might be a difficult situation. Obviously, we're not Korean, so we don't know what that mindset's like. We're going in there as the other.
Yeah.
But when we speak Korean, like everything kind of changes. Like they also like will compliment our Korean skills or like sense of style for Paris, apparently.
And you can,
Well, okay. So the thing is, yesterday when I went to go see the apartment, the one that's like far away from the train station, but that I like, they the lady didn't even blink an eye. Like I went in, like I was because.
it's getting progressive.
So
out
the
there.
thing is, like when I talk to these real estate agencies on the phone, they think I'm Korean,
You sound Korean.
which is weird to me. I don't know. Like I mean, I guess that means like my skills are really good. My pronunciation's great. Not great. Well, yeah, no, it's great.
Yeah.
But I was on the phone with her. I ran inside of the building
Yeah.
to meet her at the elevator, and then she.
She talks.
No, that happened a couple of days ago.
Yeah.
That was someone else. So she saw me and she was like, 안녕하세요.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, she's nice. She didn't like
Flinch.
care.
Yeah.
But like I understand I'm not like Korean, and it's whatever. She was nice about it though. The other lady though, she was funny. She was like, where are you? And I was like, oh, I'm right in front of the building. And she came outside and she was like, oh my god, I thought you were Korean. And I was like, oh, well, I'm not. And then she was like, okay, I'll show you the house.
Yeah.
I speak it, but I'm not. I think I've just been traumatized. I've actually never had a problem being black searching for my house, and I walked into. I've never done Kpop. I think I just for all the houses that I've lived in Korea, I just walked into a real estate office and just found it that way. But I do feel like I have gotten slight trauma from your situation.
I'm 보고 갈게요.
Yeah, I'm full of too.
I will never forget that.
That's like a situation I'll never forget.
if-
You want to tell the story?
If Paris passes before I do, or the other way around, one of us needs to write that on a tombstone.
Holding hands together.
That's crazy, insane, actually.
I'm full of 갈게요.
I'm 보고 갈게요.
Yeah.
So basically, we were looking for apartments in, what was it, your area, right?
In Sillim, yeah. Like exit 6 Sillim.
Yeah, so we were looking for
Okay,
apartments,
fair
and like this is right after COVID, actually.
Yeah.
Like COVID had struck, and we were still wearing masks and everything. And we were looking around, looking at apartments, and the real estate workers were like really chill.
You were young too.
Very young.
Looking with us was quite young. I would say maybe 29, 30.
Yeah, like he was around what we are now.
Yeah. Yeah. Insane.
And we were like looking around. He was showing us some really like interesting places. Like when I say interesting, I mean in a sense that like right now I would never move there, but at that time like I needed to find an apartment, a proper one. And so he was showing me around, and then we were walking to one place that was like on a main street, and this older lady who I'm assuming is a landlord walked out, and the realtors were talking to her, and she just kept giving us like a really funky look.
Like disdain.
And I know like my fashion back then was trash, but I don't think that was the issue. So Paris looked at me, and she was like, "Do you see how that lady's looking at us right now?" And I was like, "Yeah, but like it's not that big of a deal." And then it seemed like the realtors were also flustered by her behavior. And
Like
so
you can tell they were trying to convince.
Because how I saw it from my perspective, the realtor was trying to convince her that we just want to look at the house.
Right.
When she was very like, oh, no.
Yeah.
She was very like,
she was very dismissive.
yeah, like extremely dismissive. She didn't even know if we spoke Korean or not.
Or had
she
money.
or had money or not. She just literally looked at us and was just like, no. And the realtor was just like, you could tell he was like tense because he was like, what is the situation?
Yeah, he was uncomfortable by the whole situation too. So Paris was like, you know what, let's just go. Like let's go somewhere else because she doesn't even want to see her. And I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna entertain her.
Yo,
I'm not gonna.
Such a like, I don't want to make trouble.
I really don't like. I don't care to like cause.
Athena.
No, I don't really. I don't care to cause a scene because it's just not. It's like life is not that serious to me. But Paris was dead ass not about it. So
I was not gonna enter this lady's house.
the realtor turned around and looked at us. And he was like, "Oh, you guys can come in," because I guess the landlady was like, "Whatever." And Paris was like, "그냥 안 보고 갈게요."
And I yelled it too. I was like, 그냥 안 보고 갈게요. And even the lady heard it because I'm like, why would we go into this lady's house when she doesn't even want us there?
But it was so like we weren't laughing in the moment, but it was just so funny. Like even the realtors were like, "Yeah, like it makes no sense for them to go look at the apartment." So when we got inside of the car, because they were driving us around to these different locations, he apologized to us, saying like, you know, the older generation is not the way they're doing you. But he apologized basically for her demeanor, and you know, just kind of emphasized that the older generation is still not completely open to foreigners yet, in that sense. And you know what, I understood, but in the just being there in the moment wasn't fun.
I just feel like she should have been professional enough to just like have let you, like, let's say she is racist, right? Just let you view the house, and then after just tell the realtor, oh, somebody else took it. You know, just lie about it.
Yeah.
But I think just being like so in somebody's face just because they're like a foreigner.
At least we know she's not fake.
I mean, it's true. She a real racist. She's gonna tell you to your face she don't like you.
Rasta.
Which I don't know if it's just like she doesn't like foreigners, she doesn't like black foreigners. I'm not sure what it was, but it left such a like gross taste in my mouth. Like I was.
She was mad about it for a whole week.
I wasn't even going to live there.
Exactly.
One thing about me, I get more angry than my friends do.
All the time.
late.
What did I just say?
All the time.
There was no T.
All the time.
All the time.
All the time.
All the time.
We need to stop switching words in TH. We don't
Yeah.
start calling funny all the time. But yeah, that's like one situation that has like left a bad taste in my mouth. But I do have to say that was what, 6 years ago?
5.
years ago?
5, yeah.
It was like 5 years ago. It hasn't happened again. I haven't gone into a real estate office, a real estate agency in Korea, and felt not welcome because I'm a foreigner.
Right.
But I also do have to say we do know Korean, so maybe that helps.
It really does
With
help.
The acceptance of it all being foreign and speaking Korean, because there's also this other hurdle where now your landlord can be able to speak to you. Like, I think when you don't know Korean, sometimes some landlords are a bit iffy to have foreigners in their house because they're like, how do I communicate?
Excuse me.
Like, what do I tell you when I need you to like do certain things around the apartment or something like that? So I feel like that's another thing.
Why, apart from the English part, why do you think Korean landlords might have a hard time having foreign tenants? The Korean thing being the biggest one. Like, if you don't speak Korean, you might be a little less accepting.
I mean, I guess like the way people, like the way foreigners, not just black people, but just the way the foreigners are portrayed in media, on the news. Like,
Oh, like
if
we're
I
loud?
see,
Like we're loud?
yeah, like loud partying, like all this, basically, they think about Americans. Sometimes, like I just feel like it's just about like a bunch of negative stereotypes, and especially when you're older and like you have nothing to do, and you're just at home watching TV, like you just kind of start that like, oh yeah, that they're gonna end up like that. I don't want that in my house.
God forbid you're African. I'll have it for. Ah! I can't stand that shit.
No money.
They literally feel like Africans don't have money, and I'm like, then why would they be house hunting in your house?
Exactly.
The heck?
Nigerian Kenyan.
Colin, that's crazy! This man did ancestry DNA like 4 years ago, now he's like, I'm Nigerian.
You always remind me. I just think that I'm a Black American. You're like, you Nigerian, you 30% Nigeria man.
I mean, you're Nigerian,
Yeah.
but like, it's funny for you to be like Nigerian Kenyan. That's hilarious. This man said Nigerian Kenyan.
You're about 15% European, running around somewhere. 15.
The whiteness is running around.
It's
your
probably my ears.
Caucasus mouth. That's crazy.
Your ears are talking. Those them sharp ass canines you have.
Woo! Oh, you might be right.
Isn't that like an Irish thing?
I don't know actually. Like
We
what?
have very sharp canine teeth.
Now we're gonna segue into talking about Sillim.
Hmm.
For people who don't know where Sillim is in Korea, we call them the limbs. We might just say the limbs during this video. So if you hear us say the limbs, we're talking about Sillim. Sillim is near Hongcheon and Naksongdae, right? It's like the
It's like in between Shindo. No, Shindo is too far.
Sillim is way too far. It's Hongcheon. No, it's Hongcheon.
Shindebang.
Is it Hongcheon, Shindebang, Sillim, Naksongdae, Sabang?
No. Yeah. What?
I think it's that, right?
Shindebang, Sillim.
No, Hongcheon is before Sillim.
No, it's not. It's after.
Oh.
Because I used to live in Gyeongju.
Ah, so you don't know that.
Shindebang, Sillim, Bongcheon, Seouldae 있고,
Oh,
and then Naksongdae.
facts. I forgot Seouldae was a thing. So, for the longest time, especially if you've ever been on my channel, or even the first video we ever did together on this channel, you know we call Sillim the ghetto. That has been like the plaster we've put on Sillim. We say it's the ghetto. It's the ghetto of Korea. Nobody can convince me otherwise. I've lived there. It's the ghetto. Well, I lived there
Years ago.
6 years ago. I don't know how it is now,
Yeah.
but Colin lived there when I was there too, and I lived there for 2 years. You lived there for how long?
I was in Sillim specifically for 2 years.
2 years. So 2 years, 2 years. What first brought you to Sillim, and how long did you live there?
Just answer during the second half of that
2
question.
years.
I used to live in Itaewon
Mm-hmm.
when I first came to Korea, and I had 2 roommates, and then we moved to another place in Itaewon,
Yeah.
and then afterwards we just kind of one of the roommates had switched
Mhm.
because it doesn't matter. So that roommate and I decided to move to another area just so we can get away from Itaewon because we realized that we were out every weekend, you know, doing this and that, like just trying to be better about ourselves.
Wow, and the limbs was the best one.
Yeah, like we had no idea. So we moved to Sillim and got a 2-bedroom apartment, it was actually not that bad. But it wasn't until time had passed that we realized that we had made a mistake.
Oh, we had made a mistake!
So we moved there in 2019.
Yeah.
And then I went home that December, tore my meniscus, and then had to do surgery, and then in 2020, that's when COVID happened. And then came back in June, that Romaine and I decided to part ways. And then I moved to another house in Sillim that was on the hill. No, I was in Sillim for 3 years then.
You were longer than
No,
that.
it was just 2.
Oh.
Because then afterwards I moved to Natsundé for 2 years.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
The hill though?
Yeah, it was actually insane.
I think I only went to your house once.
You did. You
Oh,
brought me
sorry.
up and you were like, no.
You will see me around these parts again. That hill was insane,
It
guys.
was, no, it actually was. It was a great source of cardio, and I experienced a lot
Your
of things
knees,
on that
though.
hill.
Your knees were not even good knees, and you were going up that hill
Yeah.
every single day.
Maybe,
Maybe
but it
made
didn't.
worse.
Feel bad.
That hill was insane. For me, I lived in Chennai for 2 years, and I lived near Exit 6.
I remember.
It's like the gray apartments that are like on Exit 6.
Right in front of that chicken shop.
Was
it
it a
chicken
barbecue?
shop? No, it was barbecue.
It was barbecue because I remember I ate there before. It was like a barbecue restaurant right in front of me. It's just so
In
weird.
that real estate agency.
The same real estate agency we were talking about was also right in front of my building. And I just, like, the worst thing about living in that area was just hearing people throw up. Like, you could audibly hear people, like, drink too much, throw up on the street.
My neighbors were insane. The first set of neighbors were just like loud all the time. They were a bunch of like university students, I guess.
Yeah.
Always talking at like midnight, but just like I don't want to be. I don't know if it's just a Korean thing or just like a person thing in general, because I have met soft-spoken Korean people before, but these kids were just loud, and they were like a bunch of them. Like, first of all, how are you all fitting inside this apartment? And even if I opened up my window, I could still hear them. Like,
you close your window?
no, well, both.
Yeah.
But because they were like in the building next to mine, they weren't even in my building. That was the issue.
How loud do you have to be for another building to hear it?
Just loud.
Were
And
your walls made of paper? What the heck?
they might have been because like the house was new.
Older.
No, it was new. I think they were just trash about building.
Yeah, that's insane that you can hear people from across it. Because for me, at least, I close the window and like suctions all the noise out. Yo, that's insane.
Yeah, there was that, and then the other apartment that I moved into that was on the hill, my neighbor, I guess, caught COVID, and it scared the hell out of me because I could hear him throwing up every single time he had to. And at this time, it was like lockdown. Like during lockdown, I had just came back
Yeah.
from traveling. Wait, was it? No, I caught COVID too,
You could hear you throw.
but I wasn't throwing up.
Yeah.
No, did I have COVID yet? No, I didn't.
That was like a while back.
No, I didn't have
Yeah.
COVID yet. This was back in like early, I had just moved into that apartment. And I was like getting settled and everything, and suddenly I just said like, I'm not gonna,
Y'all know how
I'm not
throwing
gonna,
up sounds
yeah, I'm not
like.
gonna imitate it, but it was just like every day. And eventually like I stopped hearing it and I was like either he died or like he moved,
He
like I don't
moved, yeah.
know, but it was awful, like it sounded like he was throwing up like everywhere around the house. It was so uncomfortable, but again like he was sick so I can understand, but
Hopefully he's good now.
the whole area itself was just very,
Oh yeah, the second question is, how would you describe Sillim to someone who's never been there?
well I haven't been back since I
Not
moved
now.
away.
Now
Back
it's
in the
different.
day, it was the
Back in
gutter.
the day. The
Gutter. Just
Sillim was the ghetto back then.
Sillim was, I would say, the booty hole of Seoul.
It was the sinkhole of Seoul.
Yeah.
That's probably why that club started there. Just a mess.
And it was,
I would say, from my perspective of where I lived, Exit 6, it was the place for throw up, cigarettes, spit, drunk people, college kids, a lot of Chinese immigrants, interestingly enough. So it was like a really interesting Chinese immigration population in Sillim.
I think with the high Chinese immigrant population, because the area was cheaper, so it's easier to find like decent rent.
Yeah,
Like
for
if
people
you're,
who just moved in.
especially for university students, like not even just like immigrants, but like a lot of people come to that area
Yeah.
for school because it's close to Seoul National University, I think. No, that's SMU.
Well, no, there is a Seoul National University campus around there. That's why there's Seoul
Is it really?
National University station right next to
So
it.
are they?
Yeah, so
Oh.
they Seoul National University. If I'm not wrong, there's a
Isn't that
campus.
Kilde though?
I think they have multiple campuses.
Oh, that's
It's
crazy.
just one
I didn't even know
campus.
that. See,
Yeah.
you learn something new every day.
True. I'm gonna Google this before I take this episode.
Google it.
Can you imagine I'm wrong? Somebody's like, what the hell is she talking about?
He's right.
Can you imagine? Yeah, I'm definitely Googling this before I take this episode out. But I first lived in Apantia with a friend.
I remember.
basement.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You told me.
Freaking hated that house. Like, I love the experience of living with my friend, but Apantia, basically a half basement. It's basically your floor, your house is in the basement.
You live in underground.
But yeah, underground. It's like if you watch Parasite, the house that the quote unquote poor people were living in, that's a pancia. So it's half in the basement, and then you have like a window that you can see outside. But basically, you just see people's legs walk. It's just very creepy, slightly sad. The rent was cheap. It was like dirt cheap.
Dirt cheap.
It's like
But
I think like
when-
$200-something.
But then you come in with mosquitoes, roaches, when it rains heavily, because we
The
have,
drain,
yeah, it gets clogged.
it smells bad. There's like bugs coming from the drain. I was like, I can't do this no more. So I ended up moving to an apartment near Exit 6. That was new. It was a new apartment, quite small though. It was very small. That part was tiny. It was expensive.
No.
It was like 600 and I was paying more there than I'm paying right now.
Yeah.
In terms of only rent, Square TV wasn't a thing in that apartment. But I ended up moving there, and the problem with my area specifically was there's a lot of drinking places. Like, just a lot of puchas, a lot of barbecue restaurants, which is basically drinking, and then Exit 1 had a lot of clubs there. So it was just like, it was like Hongdae on crack back then.
Yeah, we used to call it. Well, we still call it Hongdae 2.0. I don't know if it's improved or gotten better.
Oh, I've heard it's they're like changing everything in Chile right now.
Interesting.
So right now it's a completely different place. We're talking about what we lived in,
Yeah.
okay? What's one of the? Oh, you said you can't tell me that.
Can't talk about
Okay, I can talk about mine, I guess. What's one of the wildest or most memorable experiences you've had in Chile? I think for me, was running away from a man who was chasing us. Like, me and my friend used to take night walks all the time in Chile, which Chile is great for people watching, I do have to say. You will see some very funny characters out there. And I remember this one time we were just walking around we walked for like 2-3 hours, like all over Chile. And we were walking around the place where like people drink. This was past, you know where Uri Unimba, right? It was like right
Yeah.
near my apartment. So it was all the way down, there was like a street that was quite open. We were walking there, and this man, I don't know what he was doing, but me and my friend were passing him. And I had this large hoodie on, and she was, I hate that I have to say this, we were covered up. We were not dressed like we were going partying or anything. We were walking, it was just a walk. And this man clocks us, older man, I would say around 50 something. He like clocks us, looks at us, we look at him, and we're just like, okay. And we just start walking, and then as we walk, we're noticing he's behind us still. So we're like, why is this man behind us? Like, what does he want? So we start walking faster, and he just walks faster with us. And we're just like, what the heck? And you know, when you feel somebody's following you, you'll start taking loops to
Yeah.
see if they'll take the same loops as you. This man was taking the same loops. It's two girls. It was me and another girl. Same loops as us. So we ended up going to this like area that had like tall like fences, and we ducked. So like we walked really fast. When he couldn't see us, we ducked so he could like just pass. And we see him like go around like looking for us, like physically just being like where are these girls, right? So we're like, oh my god, this is actually kind of like scary. And this is maybe what, 10 p.m., 11 p.m. So it's not even that dark.
it.
Well, it's not dark because Korea is not even dark at night. There's streetlights everywhere, and it's like a bar area, so it's very bright. So we duck, and we're like, I'm telling my friend, I'm like, Cindy, we have to run. Like, you know we have to run now because this man is looking for us. So as soon as he turned and looked to the left, we just book it. Like, I have never sprinted that much since like high school when I was doing track and field. So we book it. We see he's like looking at us like run, and he doesn't say anything. But everybody now, we've caught their attention because it's like two girls just like booking it, running. So I think he saw that and he didn't follow us after that. But I think that was like the scariest experience that I had in Chile. It's like,
Rightfully so.
yeah, having to physically run away from someone
Yeah.
because they're following you.
Is that why you started asking me to walk with you home?
Yeah.
Oh.
Not even only that, I've had Sillim, I just had a lot of situations where somebody would follow me. I would have to take loops to make sure like they're not trying to follow me back home. And I had another situation where a younger guy was also following me, but I just ended up going back into the subway. And I was just like, if you want to stalk me or kill me, kill me here with all these cameras around here. Yeah, in public with the cameras. So I think that's why, like, Sillim was traumatic to me because of the stalkers and these wild situations that I had happening with men in Sillim. And that's why when I would take walks with you, I was like, oh, can you just walk me to exit 6 at least? And then I'll just go by myself. Yeah, all the way home, which is great. That was great. But I think that's the wildest story I had. Like, Sillim to me was just like an ick, especially when it came to men specifically. And the cleanliness, it's not clean.
Yeah, it wasn't.
It was a good place.
Yeah. I can smell Sillim right now.
Stop.
It smells like cigarettes and soju
I can see it.
and cheap perfume.
A cheap review!
And Crocs.
And man purses.
Man purses with a Crocs and skinny jeans.
And it was, what is it called? Tejikupaps?
Kpop.
It's the guys with the ah! Wait, is that a slur to them?
I don't know.
I don't think it's a slur because Koreans call them Tejikupap.
Because it could be a slur for them from them.
I have been told this by my Korean friends, so Tejikupaps, please don't come after me, okay?
Ah, that's close.
My friends told me that's what they call y'all. I'll probably put a picture. But do you think these people will try to kill me? We don't have any in our area, I do have to say. Shouldn't there was a lot. I'll put a picture here of what a DGB is. I'll put a picture of what a DGB is right here. Are you Googling it? Is Tejikupa a racial slur? I mean, not a racial slur.
No, I'm checking to see what it looks like. Because you could.
Oh, there's a picture. If you break Tejikupa, no. Not Tejikupa 남자. Neighbor.
Nusa. Wait, I want to see what that looks like.
Tejikupa 남자. This is straight tattooed.
Oh! Ooh. It was the actual eyelash inside of the.
Google it. There's like a green shorts, white tank top, slippers, a man purse, and a bunch of tattoos. It should be that.
Oh, no, it doesn't show up.
Is it not Tejikupa? It's definitely Tejikupa that they're called. Yes! Oh my god! It's that one. It's that one.
What is it too?
Yeah, can you just screenshot it and send it to me? But for me, it's just funny because they're always they try to look very aggressive. Because the whole thing is basically like they're part of like
The mafia.
the shooting gangs or whatever. Why I personally, that's another thing I didn't like about Sillim is always seeing the DGBs. Like they're
They're everywhere.
they try so hard to be aggressive looking. But like, what was it, like 3-4 years ago?
3? No,
It's
4.
been a
2
while.
years ago.
That was 2 years.
Yeah.
Maybe 2 years ago, there was like a case of like, what was it called?
Kaipuri.
Kaipuri, but it was a 묻지 사건? They were like 묻지마 사건, but it's like 짧게 말하면
Yeah.
묻지 사건.
Don't ask.
Basically, like the type of crimes that just happen with no reason, like
쓸데없는.
yeah, like just no
어이가
reason.
없는.
There were those type of crimes going on around in Sillim where there was like a guy who was just wielding a knife stabbing anybody in Sillim. And then, I don't know if you heard about the girl who got assaulted in a park and left to die. Did you hear about that one? That was in freaking Sillim too.
What about the guy? No, that was somebody else. No, I didn't hear about that one.
Yeah, it's a girl who was walking, and the crazy part is, this park I've taken a walk by myself.
Is it the one where the guy kicked her in the head?
And then assaulted her.
Yeah.
I don't know
and
about
he dragged her
his
out
head,
of her
but he,
apartment
like-
lobby?
Oh no, she was taking a walk. No, she was taking a walk in the park basically, and then he like assaulted her and like killed her.
That's good.
And this was at the Lids. And I remember seeing that and I'm like, bro, I've taken walks by myself in this place.
It's probably where I used to walk to.
Because you remember we used to walk like
Yeah,
long
along the
down
stream.
that river, yeah. But it's like Sillim has had like some situations where even like dangerous crimes have happened. Next question is, were there any moments where you felt unsafe or was it more about the atmosphere? Especially for you because you're a guy.
I think it was just the atmosphere. I didn't really, I knew nobody was gonna, I didn't know
Oh, you're a
if
big
anybody
man.
was gonna do anything to me. But I
Oh, you were
just
skinny back then.
also didn't care. I think it was
I
just
think
more so
anyone
the
would do
atmosphere.
anything for you, to you though.
For me?
For you, nobody's doing anything for you.
I
I think there's the stereotype that black men all can like fight or they're dangerous or whatever. So I feel like a lot of people wouldn't really try to aggravate a black man. Unless you're in the club, they might try. Because suing is okay here. So don't get caught up in that, black man, okay?
Don't
Don't
get
do it.
sued because these people are dramatic.
I have seen people try to bait black men in clubs out here for y'all to fight them. You will get sued. Don't do it. Don't fall for the bait. But I feel like for you, I wouldn't really see that happening. But what do you mean by the atmosphere?
It just felt very dirty to me.
Oh,
Trash everywhere.
yeah.
Trash people everywhere.
No,
Hearing like, because another thing like in Korea, like it's a, I don't know, it could be considered a cultural thing, or just what it is here. But people have such a really big habit of like hacking up mucus and spit and
Yeah.
letting everybody around you hear it.
yeah.
Then they'll spit on the ground or whatever.
Yeah. Oh my
And
God.
it just happened way too frequently in that area.
Mm.
You can smell cigarette smoke. I've been around smokers. Like it's just not cute to hear them. Yeah, do that all the time. Like in the
Hot tool.
like it's fine in the morning when you're like clearing your throat or whatever. Like, 'cause I'm accustomed to my dad doing that in the morning.
Yeah.
But like throughout the day, it doesn't make sense to me.
Bro, I worked in an office for a bit in Korea. And for those people who don't know, a lot of people who are office workers in Korea, after lunch, they will brush their teeth.
Yeah.
Brush your teeth. The amount of hacking you feel, I could hear it in my office. And the bathroom is in the corner of
Kim
the
Sejong
wall.
was like, release!
Release! And you just hear, like, I just don't understand where in the culture there's a disconnect from all culture, because I think it's cultural. Like, for us as Americans, or even as a Kenyan, I feel like it's not, we know it's not pleasant for other people to hear, but people were doing it in the office and I'm just like, am I the only one who's disturbed? Everybody's acting normal and I'm just there like, I'm just like, how is that not
Right
disturbing?
then and there, that's probably after lunch. I just put on my headphones and just be like,
It was a lot to hear, but yeah, there's a lot of like there's a lot of hakto in the streets of Sillim, for sure. You know, I just remembered there was another story of Sillim that I guess I felt unsafe. I think I told you about it. I think I called you after this actually happened. That man who tried to grab me. Do you remember? I was like walking from exit, I believe it was 4 or 3. And I was just walking with music in my ears. This is back when I don't think Bluetooth earphones were a big thing back then. I definitely had the mic in my ears. And I was just walking and I just see somebody's hand just like try.
because I do remember there were like motels all around your area.
No, it was not even the motel area. This was the area that had. Do you know where the clubbing area is to the right? If you're looking at the street, to the right is the clubbing area, right? Clubbing, well, that's true. The right, and then was it Podomo?
Oh, Podomo, yeah.
It was that area.
Oh.
And somebody, like some old auntie, I would say he was in maybe his late 50s, early 60s. I was just walking, this man just tried to grab me off the street. And his friend is just like laughing, and I'm sitting there like, what is wrong with y'all? And he's like, oh, I just want me to die. And I'm saying like,
Yo, that's.
yeah, I didn't let it go. We all know I didn't let it go.
No, she didn't. She did a lot of things.
Yeah, I took out all the curse words I knew that day. I took all of them out that day, and you were like, and it was crazy because you could see behind me there was like a guy and his girlfriend, and you could tell he was trying to come and help me. As soon as I opened my mouth, he was like, she got it.
She got it. She can handle it.
But she's good. So he just let it happen. But I was just like, who just grabs people off the street like that? Like, are you okay?
No, a lot of these old people don't have much chill. Well, people in general here.
No chill.
I guess it's like a universal thing because if you're not in your right mind, you just out here doing anything.
Just trying to grab people off the street. You know.
Oh, let's double back to my most memorable moment in Philippines. So
The memorable or wild? Memorable?
memorable and wild.
most memorable and wild experience in the Sillim?
I just suddenly thought about it.
Yeah.
We were Paris and I decided to go work on some stuff at a cafe, and at this time, both of us had really busted laptops.
Oh my god, that laptop was so bad.
And so like mine was holding on to dear life. It wouldn't charge. Like I couldn't use it unless it was charging. And Paris is like her screen was like flopping, and she had to use this table to hold the screen up.
Wow.
It was actually insane. So she was editing something or like working on. I don't know what she was doing. She was editing that day, and she had her laptop charging at the time. And like the cord was going towards the opposite side. Like I don't know.
The other side of the cafe.
The other side of the cafe, but it was in a basket. And the owner of the cafe, Paris, first of all, before we even got there, Paris was like, "Oh, she's so nice. She has great like drinks, whatever." And I was like, "Okay, cool, let's go here."
Yeah.
Very small place, by the way. And so we're working, minding our business, chatting it up every once in a while. And I think she and I are sitting right next to each other too. So she's to my right, and I'm sitting towards the wall.
No. I was sitting in front of you, and you were sitting it was like I was here. And
She was.
Here.
No,
we were looking at each
I'm
other.
sorry. Yeah, she's right.
So my back is to the door, and Colin's face
it was
is
the
to
opposite.
No, because I remember I could see the girl. I couldn't see the door. Because when the man walked in, I could see
She's
his
right.
back. Yeah, I could see
Her
his
memory's
back.
a little bit better.
Oh yeah, of course, because I was the one talking.
It's true. So all of a sudden, so another thing is that a lot of people here don't have any spatial awareness, and I'm not saying that to like be disrespectful. It's just
it's a known thing.
it's an observation that I've gathered and made over the past 9 years of me being here.
Yeah.
Just a lot of people don't have any situation like spatial awareness, just tunnel vision, which is like whatever.
Mm.
But so it wasn't funny in the moment, but
I was
just the response is just like what was hilarious.
Oh
So
my god.
this guy's walking, and apparently he wasn't looking at the floor.
Not at all.
Nothing at all.
Walking fast.
And like ran to the counter to go order. And the lady who owned the cafe knows him. That's fine. But he walked and ran into Paris's like laptop charger and like kicked the cord and almost knocked over her laptop.
My laptop is holding on to dear life already.
So
He almost knocked it down.
almost knocked it down, and we were joking about like needing to like switch laptops, like needing to like basically get new laptops.
Yeah.
And how like it would be bogus as hell if her screen just suddenly flopped over.
Yeah.
Because that was the situation at the time. It almost happened. So Paris.
Like he walked over it, it caught on his foot. He took his foot off, just looked back and kept
yanked
walking.
it. Yeah. So that's the thing.
Okay.
So he looked back at it and kept walking. Didn't say excuse me. Didn't say sorry. Didn't say anything. And then so Paris turns around. No, Paris like.
I looked up. Oh, sir.
She was like, 저기요.
Like 저기요. 죄송하는 말 못하는 거예요? 죄송하는 말. What did I say? Is that
She's like, 죄송하다고 안 할 거예요.
Oh, I think something like I was basically like, you're not gonna say sorry. Like.
And then he turned around, and then he was like, 죄송합니다, but like in the most like meek /
like I got caught.
Like he was embarrassed that like somebody called him out, and
Yeah.
I was like, because you know what, at the time, because I'm still confrontational,
Yeah.
and so I was like, I literally get scared when people call Zazina around me.
I'm confrontational as hell.
She is.
I
So it was more so the fact that like I didn't know what was gonna happen, because I didn't know, like I just really wasn't prepared for what was gonna happen. Like I had respected her reaction to the situation, because I would have probably not have said anything, but I would have
thought something.
been
What is
pissed.
wrong with this man?
Like I would have said something, but like not in the same way.
Oh, my contacts, I was annoyed because my laptop is holding on to dear life. You step on it, it shifts my laptop. You know it caught on your foot, and you can't even look at me and say sorry or excuse me.
Yeah.
You just literally just move the cord from your leg and keep walking. Are we okay here? And it's like, just say sorry.
Yeah.
Like I guess because our cultural background is you say sorry, excuse me, is so big in America. You do something small, you say sorry, or you say excuse me. Just for him to go, just walk away, I was like, no, we're not doing it.
If I think I stepped on somebody's foot,
Yeah, I'm like, sorry immediately. But for him to do that, and my laptop, you know what? I wish he had actually made sure my laptop fell. So I would have been like, yeah, no, I need a new laptop. I'm like, it wasn't broken before you broke it.
Anyways, guys, that was it for today's episode. Thank you, Colin, for coming on today's episode, or episodes again, I should say. Thank you guys so much for watching another episode of Korea Unfiltered. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share with your friends. Your fellow friends. And share with
honestly, this
fellow friends works too.
not wrong.
And share with your friends. Don't forget to also give us 5 stars on the podcasting channel so we can get up in the algorithm. This was another episode of Korea Unfiltered with Colin. We're about to go house hunting now, so yeah.
Oh, say a prayer for me, everybody. Prayers down in the chat.
Bless
No
you.
F's, only W's.
Yes, chat. That's all I hear these streamers say. But I'll maybe tell you guys in the next video if Colin got a house or not, or if he's living in my building or not now. But anyways, guys, that was it for today's video, and I'll see you guys on the next.